Hello, XDBX. That's Baby Dodge there talking to you. Welcome to my test video for the XDBX School of Speed. Kind of run through this a little bit, show everybody kind of what I'm looking for, what I'm kind of getting at. I know this was originally B's idea. Sinister, I think, was talking about it also. So I really thought it was a good idea. They're looking for some help. They'd like to know what lines to take, where to drive the cars, where to be in the gas, out of the gas, where to brake, corner turn in, good setup spots, corner entry, corner exit, that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of run this lap real quick while I'm talking to you. We're going to do 4 laps on this track. This is really just kind of a test video to show you what I'm thinking about doing. I'd like to know if everybody thinks this would help. We can use some critiques on this to kind of see if this is what we want, what we're looking for, if this is what the people that want the help are looking for, more importantly. So I'll kind of break down the track on the next lap here a little bit. We'll take it nice and slow and kind of break down corners and things like that and what I like to do for this track. This track's called Premium Motorsport Deluxe. It was built by SS Racing. Most of you know who he is. He's a good friend of mine. The reason I chose this track is, one, it's relatively simple. There's not a whole lot here going on that's going to mess you up, which is great. Track design, sometimes simpler is better. It carries a ton of speed. I love running this track with supers and sports cars, and you can really churn out some hot laps on this track. So one of the reasons I chose it, I'm relatively decent at it. I'm pretty good at it, and it's relatively simple, so it's easy to break down. Okay, so we're gonna kind of get started here. We got a couple corners left before we start lap 2. So this Legion Square area down here, let me slow down. Okay, here comes lap 2. This Legion Square area down here, this area is just full of these 90-degree corners. Okay, these corners can be taken nearly flat out. Some cars can take them flat out, coupes, sedans, things like that. Some cars like supers, sports cars, they have to maybe burp the throttle. What I mean by burping the throttle is you're on the gas, you're going full speed, everything's great. You come into your corner, you let off the gas, you get right back on the gas. That's burping the throttle. And you do that to set the car up for another, for the turn. You unload the rear end a little bit. You get some of the stress off the rear suspension, rear tires, let it set up and get ready for the turn, so that you can maximize your traction, your lateral traction in the turn. Okay, so you can get through those areas really, really fast, just by kind of letting it ride, let it coast through the corners, get back in the gas when it feels right. This corner up here coming up next, this is tricky. This uphill to a flat really can create a problem. There's 2 of these corners in this track. Now, the idea here is to really early apex this, and the reason is because the car is going to take flight just a little bit, but it's going to get off the ground. It's really going to unload the suspension. Okay, when that happens, it's going to change where the car's transitions the corner. So your exit's going to be really, really late. Okay, and kind of get the same thing in this corner here when you head down. It's going to lift up a little bit. It's going to unload the suspension. The car's going to slide way out here for corner exit. So you really got to be careful when you're dealing with these elevation changes. Okay, more 90-degree stuff. This really isn't too tricky here. Neither is this when you got a wide berth for corner exit over here with all this space. Okay, then we come up to that next corner that we just took with that big elevation change, early apex, because the car's gonna unload, and once it does, you're gonna exit way over here. Okay, to where you want to be, but you gotta really kind of pedal it and be careful with it going through these corners like this. All right, now we come into the high-speed section. Okay, this is wide open throttle all the way through it. Almost every car can transition that little bend right there, full throttle. Try to limit the amount of steering input that you give right here, because that will slow you down. Okay, remember your high speed for this next corner, so good braking zone, straight line braking, which means you not turn the wheel when you're braking. You want to do 90% of your braking before you ever enter the corner. Okay, then you enter this corner. You got to watch out here because you got that curving right there, and if you hit that wrong, you will end up down there. That's a bad place to be. All right, so corner exit right here, and we travel on through to this next high-speed section. Wide open throttle, wide open to this little left-hander. Okay, watch out for signs. We'll get a couple more checkpoints here, and then we're going to end up taking a big hairpin. All right, so we want to be as far left as we can. Remember, straight line brake. Okay, cut apex in and accelerate off. Okay, set you up for your next one. This next one for me, I do this a little different from some people. I like to take this corner and end up right here. This is my corner exit, right on this track between the sign on the left, the pole on the right. It just works for me. It may not work for everybody, but it works for me. So that's where I like to be on this track. You follow these tracks all the way down. Now we're going to split the gap right here. Pole on the right won't move. Pole on the left will move. Again, pole on the left will move. Pole on the right won't move. So you really got to shoot this gap right here. Kind of burp the throttle to get through it. Checkpoints. Checkpoints are nearly 5 lanes wide. So instead of being in that right-hand lane for this upcoming right-hander down here, you want to be in this left-hand lane and just clip the checkpoint and then swing back out. Set yourself up for this turn. Make this right-hand turn here. We're heading back into Legion Hall area, and we're going to start the next lap. Next lap, I'm going to go a little bit faster. Okay, burp the throttle for these corners here through the Legion Square. Really set the car up. Good corner exit, and then you just kind of push on to the next corner. Okay, gonna get airborne here. Here comes that first elevated corner. So early apex in. Car's gonna lift. Same here. Early apex in. Car's gonna unload. Got good corner exit. Back in the throttle. Okay, burp the throttle. Maybe a slight brake tap there. Lots of area on this one. So here we come out. Okay, big elevation change. This is when you really got to be careful of. See, I'm damn near drifting the car through the whole corner, and that really is not a bad way to do it. That's going to be pretty quick. Okay, wide open throttle all the way through this whole speed section here. Limit your steering input. Okay, here we come up. Straight line braking right now. Lift. Let her roll through the center. Tail slap that sign. Not a bad corner exit. That's a pretty good turn right there. You're going to carry a lot of speed through this whole section right here. Avoid the signs. We're going to 2 more checkpoints, and we're going to have the hairpin, so we want to be far left. Remember, straight line braking right now. And let her come down, off the gas, back into the gas. Just like that. Here's the corner where I like to be on the tracks. Burp the throttle a bit to keep yourself out of the poles. I'm in them anyway. Look at that. Shoot the gap. Burp the throttle. Recover, recover. Clip the checkpoint. Swing out. Hard right. Ah, I hit the pole. Bad turn. Bad turn. That's okay. Here we go. Let's cut a lap right here. See if I can do it. Last lap. Here we go. This is what it's supposed to look like, as long as I don't wreck. Wrecks happen, alright? Don't let them get to you. It happens. There you go. Oh, yeah. You see me clipping the curves a little bit. Sometimes that can really help set your car up. If you're maybe a little late getting off the gas, here we go, drift that corner again. Good corner exit, that's pretty fast. Clipping that corner, that curve, like I was saying, clip the curve on the inside of the corner. Sometimes that can really help set your suspension up, set the car up for the corner. Especially if you're maybe a little late on the brake, which I often am. You know, trying to keep up with DC and Snacks and some of these other guys. Goon. Straight line brake. Cut in. Watch your signs. Watch your pole. Damn, that's a good corner right there. That was good. Had a little tail happy there at the end of that corner, but that all in all, that was pretty solid. Back to wide open throttle. I got another checkpoint and straight line braking for the hairpin. Kind of let her roll the center. Ah, hit the pole. Look at that. Just ruined a good lap. Exit onto the tracks. Ride the tracks all the way up. shoot the gap, burp the throttle, get right back in it, clip this checkpoint, swing out, burp, and make your good fast corner. And here we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what I'm kind of looking for as far as what we're going to do for the XDBX School of Speed. So I'll get this video posted up. You guys give me your feedback on it. Tell me what you think. All right? Thanks for watching, everybody.